postpartum mistake I see time and time again coming from a pre and postnatal fitness coach has coached thousands of women over the years is not intentionally returning back to fitness. What I mean by this is the first 6 weeks, obviously, you need to be prioritizing rest. And most of the time, women will not get any information from their doctor. They don't get any information from pelvic floor PT. It's just take your baby home, rest. We'll see you at 6 weeks. They get cleared at 6 weeks and they go back to their regular fitness level. This is not what I suggest. I actually prefer women to start doing the basic foundation things that you need to be doing from the beginning. So starting with your breath, starting with that 360 breath and focusing on this deep core connection breath and reconnecting to your core and your pelvic floor. You can be doing that while you're laying down resting in bed. I started that with all four of my postpartum journeys. I started that deep core connection breath when I was just laying down in bed resting. This helped me set the foundation so that when I did feel up for it and I was craving some sort of movement, for me, movement was really beneficial for me postpartum. Again, very small movement, but just moving my body. I felt so achy from labor. I felt so sore from labor, and you're hunched over, you're breastfeeding, you're sleeping weird, all these different things that your body just feels all out of alignment. For me, gentle mobility, very slow, small walks, like after those first 1 to 2 weeks, and then even doing like very basic core and pelvic floor reconnection movements helped me feel so good. And then it really set me up to be in the perfect position to bridge the gap from labor and delivery to that postpartum rehab, and then eventually moving into that postpartum return to fitness, where I slowly started easing into my regular workouts when I was cleared by my doctor. So before those first 4 to 6 weeks, I was always cleared around 4 to 6 weeks, healthy vaginal, pretty easy labor, delivery, no tearing. Obviously, everyone's gonna have a very different timeline, but even if you've had a cesarean or you've had a different type of labor and recovery, you can still focus on breathing, just reconnecting to that core and pelvic floor, like I said, when you're laying in bed, or you can do some very gentle mobility just to help you ease some of those aches and pains that you get postpartum, and then slowly working your way up to that postpartum return to fitness. And in fact, when we do that, you will see the difference so much better in the long run than when you go from 0 to 100. So we're still prioritizing rest. We're not exercising in those first 4 weeks, but doing that intentional core and pelvic floor reconnection and rehab will be so beneficial for you when you are ready to introduce that exercise. And then when you get to that postpartum return to fitness reintroduction, you slowly work your way up. Start with body weight. Start with, progressing those core and pelvic floor movements, slowly moving into like light dumbbells and then heavier dumbbells, and then, progressing when you're ready.